God is proclaiming today that I am elevating you to a state of rest. Your endeavors and toil do not dictate your outcome. Your blessing will be shown in return and repose. I will grant you slumber with the tranquility that I experienced on the seventh day. The Father asserts that rest in me does not equate to idleness. Resting in me signifies a state of trust and assurance that the mechanisms of faith are operating in your favor. In the absence of my favor, all things are prone to deterioration. You remain in my favor. You are the recipient of my favor. My resolute objective is to enhance and support you in all your endeavors. This is a binding commitment that I uphold with the sanctity of my name. Have confidence in the information I have already supplied. No further searching for an exit strategy is necessary. I am present at the location, so there is no necessity to withdraw or retreat. Do you have confidence in me? Enter, then, into your rest this day, my dear, and permit me to oversee your life accordingly. Divine guidance indicates it is time to purify the disordered heart. Eliminate the disarray of unrefined schemes and unfulfilled aspirations. Discard any teachings, tapes, and books that have surpassed their spiritual relevance. I am dispatching fresh manna to you today. Where truth has devolved into stagnant theology, I shall introduce dynamic and vibrant revelation. Where guidance has grown withered and arid, I am imparting nourishing wisdom from my throne that will effectuate immediate transformation. The Father asserts that transformation is more accessible than one might realize. Miracles are poised to manifest in response to your faith, necessitating neither delay nor extended duration. Dispel the frustration of unfulfilled expectations. Disregard the disillusionment and falsehoods of the adversary who implies that my word is untrustworthy. Seize and eliminate the root of bitterness that would ensnare your heart with its contaminating tendrils. The Father proclaims, "It is a new day." This day signifies a period of rejuvenation and revitalization. Prepare accordingly. Prepare, declares the Father, for today is your day of visitation. Deity, I invite you, my darling, to enter the profound recesses of my affection. I wish to convey the vastness, breadth, depth, and boundlessness of my love for you. Allow me to envelop you in my affection, let it cascade over you like a waterfall of joy, and permit me to imbue you with my benevolence. I am not a deity of denial who desires to confine you to the periphery of existence. I desire for you to accompany me in elevated locations. I desire you to govern and preside with sagacity, wielding the scepter of my righteousness aloft. I urge you to mock the adversary and remove all his fortifications as you subjugate him. I desire for you to comprehend me in the entirety of my grandeur, splendor, and affection for you. I fashioned the splendor of this world for your enjoyment, and as I bestowed dominion upon Adam over the garden, I provide you authority in this life over your terrestrial realm. Enter the sanctum of my affection, and I shall impart the secrets of my realm, enabling you to emerge as a beneficent sovereign, a formidable warrior, and a compassionate magistrate who will manifest my kingdom and fulfill my will on earth as it is in heaven. Today, you have the authority to determine the season of your life. If you can observe the sky and predict tomorrow's weather, I have bestowed upon you the authority and discernment to invoke the rains of my spirit to nourish the arid and parched areas inside you. Consequently, instruct your eyes to be opened and your mind to be enlightened. Invoke your human spirit, arise. As they summoned Lazarus from the tomb on the fourth day, There are circumstances and fractured relationships that may have surpassed the point of no return. The Father states that he does not function within those confines. The past is immutable, thus, relinquish it. Forgive, liberate, and bestow blessings. It is time to recalibrate your weary expectations and permit renewed hope and vigor to rejuvenate your diminished aspirations. Do you perceive the invigorating sensation? Inquires the Father. Can you perceive the advantageous showers of my Spirit descending upon your arid existence? The Father proclaims that it is time. Embrace the rejuvenation. Angels advise that you choose humility today. Choose humility by internally affirming, humble oneself and worship. By practicing humility and reverence, one will elevate to the exalted realm accessible just to the meek and contrite. Humility is essential and serves as your covert advantage. I am not requesting that you diminish your self-worth or see yourself with lesser esteem than I do. You are indeed intricately and remarkably created. Humility is unrelated to your self-perception and my perspective. Humility involves refraining from defining oneself about the opinions or perceptions of others. During my time on earth, the Pharisees lamented, "We played music and you did not dance. We grieved and you did not mourn." Be advised, states the Father, that when you choose humility, you will find yourself disconnected from individuals who possess illegitimate authority and those who indiscriminately use terms like alignment, covering, and authority. I have summoned you and I have consecrated you. I will place you under my protection, power, and anointing that dismantles every false burden. Thus, prostrate yourself and offer reverence. Disregard your detractors. Allow your tongue to adhere to the palate. Indeed, they may cast you into the lion's den of tarnished reputation and religious disgrace. Nevertheless, from there, I shall draw you to myself, reveal my heart to you, and provide you with the opportunity to serve and love beyond the confines of narrow human perspectives. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks for my financial help. The Father proclaims that an imminent event is forthcoming. I am concluding the imminent events in your life. You have been anticipating a significant event for the majority of your life, which is imminent. The Israelites awaited 430 years, proclaiming that their deliverance was imminent. They awaited the imminent revelation of the Messiah. All are now anticipating the imminent rapture. You await the moment when you will walk as I walked, speak as I spoke, and accomplish the greater deeds I foretold you would achieve on this globe before my return. What is about to occur is now transpiring for you today. Walk as I walked, speak as I spoke, and pray with the Father as I prayed. Your about to is present and immediate. All the impending events have abruptly transformed into the present. All of creation eagerly anticipates the coming day when God will disclose the true identity of His offspring. The period of intense anticipation has concluded. The future is now. The deluge envelopes you, elevating you to a realm where you will be unveiled as my child, endowed with my authority, strength, and wisdom. The creation will undoubtedly recognize you as my child, and you will not question this either. God proclaims that addiction is being eradicated today. Salvation is not determined by human will but by my enabling grace. I now relinquish that to you. You have supplicated and lamented. You have vociferously expressed yourself at times. You have made a vow. I heard you speak the Father. I perceived your voice before the emission from your throat. The Father instructs you to fulfill your pledges. The potency of the commitment can either impede your progress or propel you forward. Fulfill your promises. Do not postpone. Do not hesitate to think that I will fulfill your request. You have asked about how I will accomplish what I stated I would do. I will effectuate change like I consistently do. My methodologies are reliable. Are you prepared for the tremors? Are you prepared for the upheaval that liberates you from the constraints imposed by the adversary? Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks for my financial help. God asserts that you are not a mere happenstance of nature. The purpose I provide you with in life is your ultimate destiny. In my kingdom, the Father asserts that there are no insignificant roles. There are no trivial tasks. I am placing you at the center of my intentions and will not proceed without you. This is the moment to engage with my objectives and to align yourself with me. Association with ordinary individuals leads to dispersion and detriment unless one is initially in harmony with me. Are you prepared to proceed independently? You expressed a desire to be in the forefront. You expressed a desire to pioneer the path. Pioneers and individuals endowed with the breaker anointing frequently undertake solitary endeavors against formidable challenges. The Father asserts, no risk, no reward. You are familiar with me. I reiterate, you are familiar with me. Proceed to undertake the endeavors I have predetermined for you to achieve. The most profound sadness is that of the cautious individual who reflects on what might have been had they only taken the risk. Embrace audacity, advises the Father. Engage in an activity that poses a threat to the realm of darkness. Instruct the adversary to set his alarm clock an hour earlier, as you have finally embraced the mantle of destiny that signifies the conclusion of the tyranny of the ordinary in your life. God instructs us to relinquish all burdens to Him today. I am concerned for your well-being. I perceive every issue and concern and manage them all well. The challenges you face are inconsequential to me. Are you aware that I am profoundly driven to impact your life positively? I am fully willing to act on your side. When you beseech for provision, deliverance, or the salvation of your loved one, my ear is receptive to your pleas. I possess no reluctance to respond to your petition, hence there is nothing for you to overcome. I am not an elderly sage with a white beard residing on a remote throne. I do not see your suffering and nod in understanding as if I derive some twisted satisfaction from your misery. The Father asserts that the inaccurate representation of Him has been perpetuated by those who should possess more understanding. Do not interpret the seeming lack of response to your prayers as a sign that I have averted my gaze from you. Gaze upon the cross. The cross is my vital response to every lament of your soul. The blood of the cross serves as my provision for all necessities. The crown of thorns represents my answer to every debilitating anxiety and anguish that ensnares you. The stripes on my back signify my response to every bodily ailment short of optimal health. The Father implores you to lean into Him today. Relinquish your concerns to me and trust that I am acting in your favor. Heed my voice and execute the directives I provide. This is the season in which I am accompanying you to fulfill my pleasant pleasure. The Father delights in granting you the kingdom and imbuing every facet of your life with its essence of righteousness, joy, and peace. God proclaims today, we shall continue until your victory is achieved. I am leading your foes to the divine reckoning. The Father states, whom I love, I discipline. Your opponents dismissed my involvement, but I affirmed my participation. Your eyes shall perceive and your ears shall discern, and I shall return to you that which has been taken by man in a novel and unforeseen manner. I am relinquishing the adversarial position in your life and securing you in a stable location. I will grant you favor and ensure that even your adversaries are at peace with you. The Father proclaims it is a new day, and I commend you, well done. You have maintained your position, and it was my intention for you to do so. God instructs today not to be disheartened or dismayed by what is perceived visually or audibly. There are moments to await favorable conditions and moments to venture forth and traverse the lake. This is the moment for you to walk on water. This is the moment to leap over the barrier and ascertain the true extent of your audacity and compliance. Do not disdain modest beginnings. I will present fresh opportunities, while others may approach and deface with graffiti, labeling it as a problem. In alignment with your opportunity, I observe you laughing and immersing yourself fully. I will demonstrate how to transform a sow's ear into a silk purse, therefore, heed my voice rather than the voice of humanity. I am nurturing you and advancing you to the moment when the plowman surpasses the reaper. Before the video ends, I just want you to share this video with your friends and family. Jesus advises not to focus solely on the current snapshot of your living circumstances. Do not focus on the snapshot, instead, consider the complete film reel. He asserts that even that has not yet been developed. There are options accessible to you that others may assert are not viable. The Father states that you have the option to decide. I can manage any situation except for an unwillingness to reach a choice. The Father states, I do not inscribe in stone in your life, rather, I inscribe in the sand, and at this moment, I am bending down to write in the sand. Position your hand atop mine. Rest your hand upon mine and perceive the optimism, joy, and love with which I bestow my blessing upon your life, to realize your aspirations and fulfill your ambitions, granting you what others may overlook as part of your potential. Jesus advocates for aspiring to grander ambitions. You resemble Jabez from the scriptures, who perceived limitations in his life and implored me to expand his territory. The Father declares an expansion in your life. Avoid observing the natural. Do not rely on what conventional wisdom suggests can or may be achieved. Attend to my voice and focus on the imagery I am creating within your heart. Your existence may appear constrained and restricted in certain aspects, however the Father asserts that I am not confined. I do not constrain you, rather, I expand you. I am broadening the limits of your existence and instilling in you a warrior spirit to conquer the giants and surmount the hurdles that hinder your fulfillment of purpose, declares the Father. God proclaims, today, I am your standard. I am your Jehovah Nissi. I will make the enemy aware that your life is under my dominion. Upon the raising of a banner, all forces converge at one location in deference to the King. You will encounter numerous manifestations of the supernatural in your life henceforth. You will perceive, observe, sense, and occasionally even savor the manifestations of angelic activity. The angel in your life proclaims, I have come for your words. The Father requests anything to utilize. The angels that have remained passive in your life will now rise to new assignments. The Father states, expect. Foresee. One individual possesses a bundle of currency secured with a bank wrapper. Another someone possesses a stethoscope and is auscultating your heart. He shakes his head and gestures to another group of angels, who then arrange themselves in front of you like blocks in a football game. The Father declares it is time to run. Proceed effectively, refrain from looking back. Your commissioning period has commenced. The angels declare that you are not a superficial Christian today. This matter is not within your jurisdiction or authority. You have fulfilled your obligations in outer court religion. Nonetheless, I now summon you not merely to the holy place but to the Holy of Holies, where my Shekinah presence serves as the sole illumination. I reside in profound obscurity, and I urge you to traverse paths that others are reluctant to explore. I am bestowing the treasure in concealed locations. You will gain knowledge and traverse the profound obscurity of concealed realms where I reside alone, emerging with an unfilled checkbook of my blessings in your life. The Father asserts that you must inquire, and He challenges you to request what He is prepared to provide. Transformation. I am inscribing the term transformation regarding your existence. Change is not detrimental, rather, it is advantageous. Permit me to elucidate the concepts of shift, transition, and commissioning in your life. The Father declares, I am commissioning you. Your time for blessing has arrived, yet every blessing is accompanied by the responsibility of the kingdom. Be prepared to declare, Here I am, Lord, send me, and I will guide you beyond your familiar boundaries into an entirely new realm of blessings and fulfillment in my intentions. God proclaims that what you have observed others accomplish, you will be empowered to do similarly. I am instructing you, bestowing upon you, and enabling you. You will recognize my voice and perceive with a clarity that will amaze even the most dubious regarding divine matters. The spiritual gifts are commencing to operate seamlessly in your life. A new season presents a fresh challenge. Before feeling well prepared, you will not only receive instruction but also impart knowledge to others. Numerous individuals are summoned, states the Father, although only a select few are elected. A multitude is invited to the banquet, although only a select few are prepared to endure inconvenience. The Father declares, I am restructuring your life for my service, beloved. I will compel you to adopt a posture of humility and spiritually cleanse the feet of numerous individuals. The Father proclaims that deep calls unto deep, and as you heed my summons, I shall realize the promises in your life, ensuring that not a single word I have imparted shall be unfulfilled. Before the video ends, I just want you to share this video with your friends and family.